Good morning, everyone. So I am Abdelatif Benjeloun, working in Digital Catapult, and I will be mainly presenting you the perspective of the Industrial 5G Testbed and Trials program funded by DCMS and give you the perspective learned from this program on 5G in manufacturing and specifically the challenges and opportunities. So my presentation will follow this agenda. Firstly, I will give you the role that Digital Catapult is playing in the ecosystem in general in this program on Industrial 5G Testbed and Trial specifically. And from this program, I will mainly highlight the major use cases, themes, and also the lessons learned that have been learned so far before giving a glimpse on the future of Industrial 5G. So the Industrial 5G Testbed and Trials Coordination aims to act as a high-level project dealing with the different UK partners to create a set of solutions, standards, and the best practice, and also guidelines based on the activities that are happening within the projects within this program. So it aims mainly to extract the information, disseminate it, and also connect the dots about the 5G solutions that are developed within the projects for manufacturing and logistics in the UK. And the main objective is to foster adoption through this coordination to reach out big number of people, of companies, of industries to disseminate the information and spread the knowledge. This collaboration is done not with only by Digital Catapult, but we are collaborating with the UK 5G network, DCMS, and the whole project as mentioned that are working in this program. So let me first highlight some unique selling point of 5G. I think the previous presentation has clearly defined what is 5G, what are some of the use cases that can be of great interest to manufacturing and perhaps also logistics. But just to give you some contrast between 5G and the previous connectivity solutions and technologies, I would like to highlight these selling points. So from the wireless point of view, I think we need wireless in manufacturing because wired solutions, whatever the throughput that they can provide, are not convenient, especially in shop floor or generally in manufacturing plants. In terms of the characteristics of 5G provide more flexibility, high performance, both in terms of throughputs, the high capacity of connection that it can support, and also the low latency, in addition to reliability and manageability. In addition to that, we have much more spectrum. So all that have been existing within the previous generations, but there is big enhancement with the 5G. At the network parts, I would say there is a lot of new things. So in terms of security and trust, 5G is offering a higher potential for that. Also providing precision time and accurate position, and this is very important of number of use cases in manufacturing and logistics. One of them, for example, is about asset tracking. And finally, from the service part, and this is, I believe, the most important, is that 5G is by definition offers new features and capabilities that are easily integrated the whole solution that should be provided for manufacturing. So what is important for these kind of verticals is not only the connectivity. Connectivity is just an enabler, but is the whole solution, the end-to-end solution, the solution, for example, that will integrate immersivity or integrate some data analytics platforms. And with 5G, the architecture that it offers is very suitable for that. Just to mention one example is the characteristics that 5G architecture offer in terms of edge computing. So edge computing offer low latency, the opportunity to have data platform just nearby you, so it brings more security and trust. And this is a good thing for providing and building end-to-end solutions. For example, if we'd like to use data and some analytics. So this is a kind of some unique selling point of 5G that the smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0 are trying to exploit. Well, so I have given some all these kind of unique characteristics, but at the end of the day, manufacturing is looking for their high-level kind of requirements or objectives. So smart manufacturing is aiming more for digitalization, for having solutions to their big problems. So the big challenge for the manufacturer is how to use digitalization in order to increase productivity, increase efficiency, manage sustainability, and improve customer experience and retention through full life product cycle management. So this is their main objective. However, for manufacturer, connectivity is not seen as pain point. So if you are in the business of selling connectivity, how do you make that relevant? By considering if 5G is indeed more than just connectivity solution, offering full platform solution, or at least offering kind of a platform as a service for services integration on top of 5G. So this is all about digital transformation, and the task is monumental. And in this circle or cycle, we would somehow put the project expectation are or within the industrial 5G testbed and trials are more in terms of connectivity, how to use it, etc. And digital catapult is providing more the perspective, trying to push toward the manufacturing side, and we are trying to move the needle for that. So having said all that, I would like also to give you a small glimpse on the different projects that are ongoing within this industrial 5G testbed and trials program. We have like 8 projects funded by DCMS that have been started like 1.5 years. So some of them are quite in advanced stage, but others are in the middle of their milestones. 5G on code and 5GEM. 5GEM standing for 5G for enabling smart manufacturing. Those projects have done a lot of work, and they are quite in good progress, and they are tackling a very specific and interesting use case for the factory and for manufacturing. And as you can see, they are including consortia with diverse players, manufacturers like Ford, like Siemens, but also companies offering connectivity like telco operators, Vodafone, and others, other telco vendors, notably new ones that are joining the market and trying to put themselves as key players. In addition to these projects that are tackling a key use case for manufacturing, we have two other projects that are related to kind of different other sectors, but still with similar use case. 5G port trying to tackle the use cases of cranes within the ports and how we can collect data from that to do predictive maintenance and to reduce the downtime for these key elements in the working of ports. AMC2, 5G AMC2 is mainly about using 5G for the construction sector, so very important, and a lot of use cases that are similar to the manufacturing shop floor use case. We have also two projects: 5G Smart Junction, dealing with collecting data from junctions to manage the traffic using some reinforcement learning algorithms. And here, the low latency of 5G providing the possibility for those algorithms to manage in real time the traffic is very important. 5G call is mainly about teleoperating trucks for logistics use case within the Nissan plants. So it's mainly logistics for these kind of big plants and teleoperating autonomous trucks. And finally, 5G logistics, that is tackling different use cases that are specific to logistics. So from all these projects, when we do the analysis and look on the different use cases carefully, in fact, we can find a lot of common aspects and similarities. And when we do some kind of categorization, we come up with kind of limited number of big categories of use cases, specifically when it comes on how we use the key characteristics of 5G in terms of high throughput, in terms of low latency, reliability, and supporting high capacity of things connected to the network. The major categories that can be highlighted here, I would list them here in my slide. So the first one, and one of the major one, is about mixed reality, augmented reality, virtual reality. And there's a number of use cases in manufacturing for maintenance, for training, using this new kind of AR headsets and mixed reality headsets. And here the key characteristic of 5G to be used is the high throughput, offering the communication with 360 video, image and videos. Second one is about digital twins. So with the digitalization, we aim to collect a lot of data about all our physical process and have kind of digital twin for them in the cyberspace, and get some continuous communication between those two twins in order to enhance and optimize the real physical process. So a lot of data here can be exchanged. A lot of intelligence can be implemented at the digital part to help the physical parts, and both the capacity in terms of throughput, low latency are important here. Characteristics of 5G. There is also a number of use cases dealing with real-time monitoring or control, and notably closed-loop control. This is mainly for robots in complex process in manufacturing, and low latency is key here. It's really very important characteristic, and without low latency latencycycy, connection, this kind of closed loop process cannot work and be efficient for manufacturing. So 5G offer these low latency characteristics, reaching sometimes even few milliseconds. Well, the main requirement that have been put in the paper the first day of developing 5G was 1 millisecond, but we are already reaching something like 4 or 5 milliseconds of low latency, and this is very important for such kind of closed loop process. Autonomous system is very important also here. Low latency is important. Predictive maintenance, trying to collect data through different sensors and providing them to some kind of platform to do kind of analysis and decisions. And we have seen a lot of use case, for example, for the cranes in the 5G port. We aim to do predictive maintenance by collecting a huge number of data on how these cranes are working. And we have other use case mixing all these characteristics of 5G and using them to be working in an efficient way, like factory ecosystem monitoring, asset tracking, as I mentioned, with 5G offering accurate position, cellular IoT for logistics, and the video 5G as a video backhaul. So all these have been seen. What are the lessons that we have for the moment learned from these projects running under the industrial 5G testbed and trials? In fact, a lot of them are very important, and we have learned a lot of things, but we can say that we are still in the early days. There is a lot of things also happening, problem to solve, challenge to tackle, and also things to develop and barriers to remove. And here I'm just giving few of these lessons that I would like to share with you. First one is about the connectivity for most of the use case where 5G is used in manufacturing. The uplink traffic is more important than the downlink traffic, and this is very different from the previous use case for the previous generation, like 4G and 3G, because 4G and 3G and the other generation were mainly targeting consumer application, and for 4G we are mostly downloading video rather than uplinking them to the network. So for 5G it's the other way around, and the uplink traffic is more important. It's not a big deal in the problem, but you have to deal with it, and you have to configure your connection in such a way. About network design and implementation, we have seen a lot of innovative ideas and solutions, and the key aspect here is that with what 5G offers in terms of the cloudification of the network, the possibility of having different part of the RAN part in the network. It offers kind of possibility to diversify the players, providing the different components and products to implement and design the network. So we have seen diversity of core and RAN products, notably coming from smaller providers. And also all that can be implemented by yourself. We've seen in project that no telco operators is there, and they have been able to implement the network and make it working for their application. Other thing, as I mentioned before, 5G is offering key characteristics characteristics, notably in terms of its architecture and the edge, the mobile edge computing, or is very important. And as I mentioned before, 5G is an enabler for global platform solutions. And having this connection or integration between compute and the connect at the edge is very important, because having a computation resource at the edge is very useful for a number of manufacturing use case, because of low latency first, because the manufacturer does not want to send their data outside for security and trust reasons, and the edge offer a good solution for that. So this is some of the lessons learned, but there is also gaps. There is a lot of gaps that we have noticed. Some of them related that we are in the early stage of implementation. So a number of the use case that I have talked about are in the way to be implemented, and we are still looking for the real performance to compare them to the requirement that have been set initially, and to do kind of conformance testing. Also collaboration, as I mentioned, because there is a lot of things common to all these use cases and that are repeating. Collaboration is important, and also giving the feedback to all these international standardization bodies dealing with 5G is important. So as UK ecosystem, I think this is key role of this kind of program, is to highlight, extract all these important lessons and try to feed them back to where 5G technology is developed in 3GPP, but also to other vertical association dealing at the international level and working on 5G and manufacturing, like 5G ACIA. Okay, so all that is interesting, but there is still challenges. Challenges like the availability of devices, user device. 5G devices are not till now, it's not easy to find, but we are going on the way to solve this problem. Skills also important, because the industry is still learning, and because here is kind of marriage between two kind of industry, between the ICT industry and the manufacturing operation technologies. So sometimes it's not easy, but people are developing skills, are developing also way to communicate each other, because this is two kind of engineers. They are talking different kind of languages, and things I think developing. It's also important to notice that 5G again and again is an enabler, and it's key enabler for digital transformation. Perhaps at the high level, people don't look to the connectivity directly, but without it, a lot of solutions and use case cannot be implemented. So it's kind of a platform approach that should be taken for that, including also all aspects that should be tackled, like security, trust, and safety. So what is the future? What is the future of industrial 5G? It's, to be honest, a big question. I think that working on specific use case to roll out the adoption is the most important thing. And because this is new area for the communication industry, kind of people are looking for the killer application, but perhaps there will be no killer application, just number of use case and number of application where 5G is providing solution. And this is the beauty of the things. 5G can be the hidden soldier that is offering a lot of help to a big solution to the industry. And as I mentioned before, it's about integration and platform solutions, integrating the cloud, the service platform, the AI solutions, the immersivity solution, etc. So it's a number of capabilities and technical skills that could be involved in one simple solution. And this is why system integrators can have a big role here to facilitate this kind of new solutions integration. So that was my presentation for you today, giving you mainly the flavor from all what we have learned from the industrial 5G testbed and trial coordination program. We are still ongoing on this coordination, and if you have any question or any request, do not hesitate to contact us. And for your information, Digital Catapult will be organizing a series of events starting from October to March next year, 2022, where will be showcasing and also presenting all the development within the program to disseminate the information about 5G in manufacturing and logistic sectors. So please don't hesitate to join us. Just go to the Digital Catapult website where you can find the link about this event. Thank you very much.